Hey everyone! I hope you're ready to read chapter 4 of My Father's Dragon. The words are by Ruth Stiles Gannett, and the pictures are by Ruth Chrisman Gannett. They are the author and the illustrator. And remember, it's so funny, they have almost the same name because they're in the same family and they work together to write the same book. In the last chapter, chapter 3, Elmer, the boy in the story, had finally made it to the island Tangerina. Remember, that island is next door to Wild Island, connected by a big path of rocks that cross the ocean. And here's a picture of Elmer hopping from rock to rock. Do you remember why this whale is in the picture? Yeah, Elmer stepped on the whale's back by mistake because he thought it was another rock. But the whale was asleep and didn't even notice. Elmer made it all the way across the rocks. He went at night so that he could sneak onto the island without the wild animals seeing him. And at the very end of chapter 3, we got our first look at Wild Island with all of these plants. Some of them are spiky, they're strange shapes and really huge leaves. And some of those leaves are bigger than Elmer. Exciting stuff. So chapter 4 is called My Father Finds the River. Let's read and find out what happens. The jungle began just beyond a narrow strip of beach. Thick, dark, damp, scary. My father hardly knew where to go, so he crawled under a wahoo bush to think, and ate 8 more tangerines. The first thing to do, he decided, was to find the river, because the dragon was tied somewhere along its bank. Then he thought, if the river flows into the ocean, I ought to be able to find it quite easily if I just walk along the beach far enough. So my father walked until the sun rose, and he was quite far from the ocean rocks. It was dangerous to stay near them because they might be guarded in the daytime. He found a clump of tall grass and sat down. Then he took off his rubber boots and ate 3 more tangerines. Whoa. He ate 8 tangerines right when he got there, and now he just ate 3 more. 9, 10, 11. Wow, he ate 11 tangerines. That's a lot of tangerines. He could have eaten 12, but he hadn't seen any tangerines on this island, and he could not risk running out of something to eat. He was starting to feel nervous about running out of food. My father slept all that day and only woke up late in the afternoon when he heard a funny little voice saying, "Strange, strange, what a dear little duck. I mean, dear, dear, what a strange little rock." My father saw a tiny paw rubbing itself on his knapsack. He lay very still, and the mouse, for it was a mouse, hurried away, muttering to itself, "I must smell somebody. I must tell somebody." This mouse is silly. They always mix up the sounds at the beginning of words. Oh, and here's the mouse. It's really pretty cute. "I must smell somebody. I must tell somebody," he said. Uh-oh. If he tells somebody about Elmer being there, then the animals might stop him from rescuing the dragon. Uh-oh. My father waited a few minutes and then started down the beach because it was almost dark now, and he was afraid the mouse really would tell somebody. He walked all night, and 2 scary things happened. First, he just had to sneeze, so achoo! He did. And somebody close by said, "Is that you, Monkey?" And my father said, Yes? And then the voice said, You must have something on your back, monkey. And my father said, Yes, because he did. He had his knapsack on his back. What do you have on your back there, monkey? Asked the voice. My father didn't know what to say because what would a monkey have on its back? And how would it sound telling someone about it if it did have something? Just then, another voice said, I bet you're taking your sick grandmother to the doctor's. My father said, Yes, and hurried on. Quite by accident, he found out later that he had been talking to a pair of tortoises. Tortoises are kind of like turtles. The second scary thing that happened was that he nearly walked right between two wild boars who were talking in low, solemn whispers. Boars are a kind of wild pig who have great big long tusks. When he first saw the dark shapes, he thought they were boulders. Just in time, he heard one of them say, There are 3 signs of a recent invasion. Ooh, invasion means somebody who's come where they're not supposed to be. First, fresh tangerine peels were found under the wahoo bush near the ocean rocks. Second, a mouse reported an extraordinary rock some distance from the ocean rocks, which upon further investigation simply wasn't there. And, however, more fresh tangerine peels were found in the same spot, which is the 3rd sign of invasion. Since tangerines do not grow on our island, somebody must have brought them across the ocean rocks from the other island, which may or may not have something to do with the appearance and or disappearance of the extraordinary rock reported by the mouse. Ooh, so the wild animals are gathering clues about the boy. They know Elmer is there because they found his footprints and they found his tangerine peels. And here's a picture of the boars talking to one another. You see, they're kind of pig and they have long tusks coming out of their teeth. And Elmer, you can see him just there. He's peeking out of that bush. After a long silence, the other boar said, You know, I think we're taking all this too seriously. Those peels probably floated over here all by themselves, and you know how unreliable mice are. Besides, if there had been an invasion, I would have seen it. Perhaps you're right, said the first boar. Shall we retire? That means go to bed. Whereupon they both trundled back into the jungle. Ooh, that was a close one, huh? Well, that taught my father a lesson, and after that he saved all his tangerine peels. He walked all night, and toward morning came to the river. Then his troubles really began. And here's another picture. This time it's the tortoises, the ones who asked him what he had on his back before. They thought he was a monkey. I guess people and monkeys are a little bit similar in some ways. Oh, and here's one more picture. Here's Elmer, all alone in the big jungle. Look at those strange trees, huge plants. Elmer looks so tiny next to them. And that's the end of chapter 4. Do you want to hear the title of chapter 5? It's called My Father Meets Some Tigers. That's very exciting. So in this last chapter, Elmer finally made it onto Wild Island. He decided the best way to find the dragon was to find the river. And to find the river, he had to walk along the beach to find it. But then he found out that the animals were finding the clues that he was there. Do you remember some of the clues? They found his footprints. They found his tangerine peels because he had eaten all those tangerines. And then the mouse. Remember, the mouse found his backpack, his knapsack, and thought it was a rock. Said, "This is a strange rock." So the animals are suspicious. They think someone's here who's not supposed to be. We'll see if Elmer can keep hiding from them. He's very good at this. I hope you all enjoyed that chapter. I'm having a lot of fun. Until next time.